Let's talk to Sharon Manitta, though. She's from Democrats Abroad, because Donald Trump was the big story yesterday afternoon. Still a big story this morning, of course. This is his first full day as the 47th President of the United States of America. He actioned a load of executive orders last night. Let's hear from him as to what a couple of them are.
I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents, something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law.
Yes. Well, just in case, though, Joe Biden decided to pardon all the members of his family that he hadn't already pardoned. Sharon, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, the Democrats, I mean, poor old Joe Biden, felt a bit sorry for him yesterday, sitting there on that stage with Kamala Harris, where they had to listen to Donald Trump for half an hour, sort of excoriating all of their policies. And he didn't like that one in particular. He didn't clap, he didn't stand up. Pretty bad day, I guess, for him.
Well, yes, very difficult time. But that's what the peaceful transition of power is about.
Yes, indeed. Embarrassment all round, I suppose. And what now for the Democrats? Because, you know, I got a feeling they're going to be a bit like the Tory party here, where they got knocked out of power by Labour, and they're sort of struggling to find their identity. They don't really know which way to go, because America voted for Donald Trump. America seems to be pretty enthusiastic about all the things he wants to do. So what do they do now?
Well, I think, to be honest, we didn't get our message across. We've done so much to get the economy back in shape, and also the green economy. Joe Biden's the first president that put the whole crisis of climate change into each part of the administration to deal with it. And to see Donald Trump tear up the Paris Accord again is just heartbreaking. This is going to affect everybody, and I just wish there was some way to convince him that it's good business. I mean, he thrives on business. He wasn't a good businessman. He was bankrupt 5 times, but you know, this is where his mentality is. So you know, I don't know how to prove to him that it would be a good business deal for America to continue with the Green Deal.
Well, I guess you'd have to prove that it is a good business, because, I mean, nobody's managed to do that in this country. The only reason that net zero is being pursued by Ed Miliband is because he believes in it. But he can't convince anyone that it's good business. It's very expensive business, and it's very much in need of an awful lot of subsidization by the government.
But in America, the green energy systems are cheaper than fossil fuel. That's now happened.
Well, I was just talking to our correspondent in Phoenix, Arizona, who said electricity prices are so high now that she just chucked in her hybrid car to get a petrol one because it was too expensive.
Well, I'd have to look into that. But the overall view and the overall statistics we've seen, and I'd certainly, if that was the way it is, then I would agree with it.
Yeah.
What I can say is that the statistics I've seen, the reports are overall the wind power, solar power are being used more than fossil fuels to power the country. And
what are you saying to me, that America is now more powered by wind power than it is by oil and gas? I don't think so.
Part of it. Is
which part?
Wind power, solar power.
Well, which part of America?
Well, there's different parts of the country.
Well, as a percentage, how much of the country is being powered by wind power?
I'm sorry, I don't know that.
Right. Okay. So you're in the same situation as we are here, really. And the trouble with those reports is that they're often made and commissioned by the people who are in those businesses, who want to make sure that people are convinced that actually this is the way forward. And you can talk about it until you're blue in the face, but America didn't vote for that. America voted for Donald Trump, and so he's undoing it because it's probably cheaper.
They voted for him because of the economy. It's always the economy that's the main thing. And remember, back in the 70s, it was Exxon that came up with the first reports about climate change and then covered them up. So, that's been around for a while. But I accept that the economy is the thing that people were voting for much more than some of these other topics.
But is it not possible, though, to go back to my earlier question, that the Democrats lost the people, if you like, because they did chase the wrong dragons. They did chase climate change. They did chase, DEI appointments in all areas of the country. They did chase, wokery. And people aren't ready to take all that on. People get fed up with it.
Well, some of the things you said, I think they did. Yeah, I agree with, but I don't agree about the climate change thing. I think that is still important, and it's very active on a local level and a state level in many places. But again, the economy, we didn't get our message across. The unemployment rate is down. We were trying to talk about social justice, and people wanted to talk about the economy. The immigration has been played up as a big issue. It is a concern, no argument there. But at the same time, Joe Biden has sent back more illegal immigrants than Donald Trump ever did.
Yes,
but this is the kind of
but he's got a lot more. But there's a lot more of them there now than there were in 2020.
I don't know about that.
Well, I think you do. I think you do.
No, I would look, Mike. I'm trying to have an honest conversation, and if I don't know something, I'm just not. I'm not going to say I don't know if it's against what what my views are. I want to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, maybe that's a good start for the Democrats. Maybe they start telling the truth, they might get re-elected. You never know. Sharon Manitta, thank you very much indeed. Democrats abroad.